Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of South Yorks Allotment. I'm down at plot 2 at the moment. I've got a couple of jobs I want to try and get done before it gets dark, such as clean out the greenhouse and give it a bit of a clean with some soapy water. But first, I'll just get the kettle on, just have a quick brew. So I'll catch you soon. Now there is a hot cup of tea, or should I say coffee. Beautiful. There we go. Right then, so as I was saying just previous, I want to tidy out the greenhouse tonight. Just make sure it's all clean, got all the cobwebs off, got all the string and the canes tucked down. Bits and pieces such as the pots and whatnot also cleaned up. And then I can start looking at storing some things in the shed. I've also got a bit of a wire meshing to take down, which I had the cucumber trailing up. So I'll just take it on to the greenhouse then. Right, so here we go. We're in the greenhouse. I need to do things like sort through these shallots because some of these are rotten. It got a bit damp, and as I've not really had much area to store it because plot 1 sheds are quite open anyway and quite damp, so any moisture in there soon makes the shallots and onions as such rot, so never mind, I'll just sift through them. What worth saving I'll plant next year. I think it's about 4 years strain, my own strain now, so they're not done too bad. Yeah, so I also want, I'll just show you from outside, it might be better actually. And construct a bit of a path up to the end there. Well, not quite the end, but you know, a bit of a 2x2 or something, or a 4x4. Make a bit of a path with these what I'm stood on at the moment, and then fill these sides up with some of the spent compost from the grow bags. So all that's to come really. I'll sift it, make sure it's nice and fine. Put me soil in, and then I can lay the slabs on a bit of sand and cement just to make sure they're sturdy enough, and then I'm away. I'm only going to grow a few tomatoes in here next year, but I'm mainly going to concentrate on like peppers, cucumber, melon, things like that. Things what did alright last year. So I'll get set up and I'll get cracked on. Right, so now I've got it all set up, I've took down all the old fly catchers and all the little bits and pieces what rang it up, such as the string and whatnot. So basically, a bit of soapy water and a sponge. Start from the roof downwards. Start giving it a bit of a clean. Make sure you get all into metalwork as well, because pests and any cobwebs will be hanging about anywhere, or a bit of blight or disease could be anywhere, so make sure you get right into the corners. Just be steady not to press too hard though, because you might break the glass or the plastic. Right, I'll crack on with this and I'll get back to you shortly. then, all nice and clean inside. I've got rid of the horrible green, gunky, dusty stuff what you get inside greenhouses. So I'll just let that drip dry and then give it a spray of J's fluid just to really sterilise and disinfect it. And then I can start getting the soil in when it's all settled down, get the path laid and start getting some seeds going. Come late Feb, early March, should be great. So I'll get the outside done as and when. It's not too bad outside, so it's no real priority. Just have a look around your greenhouse, making sure everything's alright. Panes, glass are not loose, everything's all tied in. Things like that really, so I've had a good check around and that's all good. So that's it for tonight anyway. I'll be back again soon. I'll bring some more footage as and when. I just want to show you what I've harvested today. It's just the remaining potatoes out of the two 15-litre pots I had in here. The potatoes at the back there, they were the Maris pears, and that were from one seed potato. So it's not a bad little harvest that really, come January, and they're all in good nick. The ones here in the foreground, these are Cara, and I'm not too sure what they are. They look like Desiree to me, judging by the varieties what I planted early in the year, so happy days. So I'm going to give them away actually and see what I get. I'll let you know shortly. So back at home now, and I've just washed the potatoes, the Maris pear variety, and as you can see by the scales it's showing just over 2 pounds, 2.2 ounces, so that's exactly 1 kilo. So that's from one seed potato in the 15-litre pots. So I'm quite happy with that, especially this time of year, January. They've been in since mid-April last year, and looking very well, even though I've scraped the mud off them. There's no slug holes in it all, so they'll do for some nice roasties I think. So I'm very pleased with that. And that's it for down at plot 2. I'll get over to plot 1 and show you what I've been doing over the last weekend and what I've got planned for the forthcoming weeks. Well, I'm down at my other plot now. My old friend's back, Mr. Robin. Just be waiting for me to get some worms dug up here. I've just been digging the rest of these carrots up where these taters are. Turnips are. Just getting everything really wrapped up now. There's been a load of carrot fly and some potatoes, carrots, sorry. So I've been just getting them up, getting it all prepared really. Composting ones, what no good, keeping good ones. I'll leave a few of these turnips in because they look alright really, so I'll do a few soups and then that'll be the end of them. So I'll be happy with the turnips. Dog's in for an inspection. Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow winter for me really down here because I'm not really spending much time down here. Every time I seem to come down, which is really only at weekends, it always seems to be either blowing a gale or it's heavy rain. So you can see up ground it's saturated still. I don't really want to be digging much of it, but I'm going to make a start sooner or later. Just up that end there where the blackberries are, just that bit there. I'm going to put my taters in there this year. I'm not going to grow too many. I usually grow about, I don't know, 8-9 metre rows worth, but they don't get eaten. Just go in the store and then we're having to throw a bag or two away. It's for all the hard work you put in, it's depressing really, but that's it. People in family, some of them are not keen, and some of them, some of them don't eat them as much. So rather than mess about, I'll just plant some earlies and I'll put some main crops in, and that'll do. I'll also put some potatoes in the pots on the other allotment, so at least we'll have a few to go out rather than nothing. So I'll just show you really the strawberries in here. They're going to eventually go up to the other plot in the other bed once I get it all turned over the area I want to put them in. The brassicas are slow moving. I think I've got cabbages and purple sprouting under here, but they've not put any growth on. Tomorrow's plans is get rid of all them brassicas. The sprouts have blown, the tops are covered in white fly, cabbages are starting to explode, so kale's going exactly the same. It's not really been cold, so everything's blowing really, as daft as it sounds. Leeks are still there, so you know they'll be keeping me afloat with some soups and Sunday dinners. Loganberries all tied up now. Look lovely when they're all fanned out, 'cause they look nice and neat. Some raspberries in there, I'll trim them up as and when. And that last raised bed to do. Get all that blackberries out, what's choking them. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. Obviously I've shown you in previous videos, I sorted all this out along this wall here, because that were a mess. I don't want to have any blackberries around there because all the tubs, you know, you're getting the water from the tubs and it's scratching you and pulling your clothes to bits, so plenty of room down bottom for blackberries. I will tie that area up there just where the window is. That's got a couple of lots of blackberries what I need to just train in. Carrot box is empty now, so I just need to knock that down and dismantle it, put another one in just beside this window here. And then other tasks I've been on with is just repair this really. I've put another bit of drainage pipe on here and a stopper at the end, and just where that other one stops there I'm going to put another piece on to chase it down to this tub. This piece here is not quite long enough, so I'll sort that as and when. It's not a priority at the moment. Yeah, that's the sort of wire I'm using. You get it from Wilko's for about £1 or £2. A couple of tie irons, screw it in the wall, and then just fan your blackberries out really. Like I say, I don't want too many, I'm not really fussed. These two will be nicely because they soon put on a lot of growth and a lot of secondary shoots come from these, so they really do grow vigorous once you prune them back in the winter, autumn time. But that's it really from down here. Like I say, there's not much happening. I want to get the black currants pruned just there. They can all get done over this weekend coming. Like I say, pull the brassicas up. I might start digging a bit over, but see how it is. That area there, like I say, that needs to get burnt. That's just all the cuttings from the blackberries. I've got some well-rotted manure from somebody I've sourced, so I'm going to put a lot of it on there, scatter it about, and then when potatoes are ready I'll just rotivate it all in. It's weed free, so not going to cause me any problems. Just got a few parsnips left and all down here. So anyway, from a mild February, 1st of February today, I shall see you again soon on the next episode. Bye for now.